Alright, giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Akakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that told me the truth that will well. Shalom to the elect scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Kodash Paya, and you can read this headline here. This was in the end time headlines, where it states Hegseth warns that U.S. Marines are on high alert to be deployed in LA riots, right? Because you have the invasion with ICE and the protesters, clashing with them. They were throwing tear gas, rubber bullets, forget what them joints called, like little explosions. But, you also have people throwing cement at their cars and all types of stuff. Hey man, this is showing you, because it's 2000, that was 2000 ICE troops that was deployed out there, and I believe there was, because this has been going on for a while now, people seen it escalate, as well as them over here, raiding an elementary school graduation, right? So it's wild, and it's all being set up, this is gonna bring, they just said the Marines, this is gonna, whether it was set up or not, agent provocateurs or crisis actors, or because you have Fox News reporters in the midst, like, the press, right? They even made a movie about that. But anyway, it's the point is, this is a time of chaotic events coming. We in a time of wars and rumors of wars, from the smallest to the greatest. 2 Ezra 13 and 31 tells you that. One people against another, one city against another. You know what I mean? Countries against another, states, whatever, civilians, the Egyptians against the Egyptians. I believe that's in Isaiah, the 19th chapter. But this also proves this without the scripture I want to get. Before we go to this, let's go to Jeremiah chapter 50. Verse 33, it says, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, of armies, the children of Israel and the children of Judah, representing the northern and the southern tribes of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the biblical Israelites, the real Jews, right? And we're the ones suffering together in this captivity, man. You had the transatlantic slave trade, you had the sub-Saharan trade, slave, and all of our, all the nations, man, we went through hell. We was invaded, we was, going through the curses, pursuing of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. You see? So it says, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives, held them fast. They refused to let them go, And now you're even seeing that they're making it harder for people to travel, So this is also going to bring in martial law, because this could be set up for a great event that will occur, however it occur, whenever, like a 9/11 type event, and you would have troops already set up in each state. So this is gonna escalate. This is but let's get it. 2 Ezra, all right, chapter 15 and verse 16. It says, man, let's start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, meaning is at hand. Destruction, sword, weapons, National Guards, right? And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And we know what's the modern day sword. It's basically a weapon, a gun, or whatever you could use. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, so people are not going to regard, their politicians. They're not, scripture say, for the love of many shall wax cold. So, you have these white supremacist groups. So it's all like, matter of fact, let's get that scripture then. In the book of Isaiah, since I quoted it. You know what? Let's finish this though. Let's finish this. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Can't go to the turnpikes, can't go over bridges. Things are about to get locked down, man. Especially if there's a collapse, a financial collapse, to usher in a new currency. I think all these benefits is getting cut off soon. When Trump has everybody relying on themselves without benefits, people when they don't got nothing to lose, they're gonna lose it. For the lack of food, for the lack of, for just that discomfort is coming. Locking people up in their stores, shutting, business shutting down. Right? Tariffs here, tariffs there. Hey, man. This place is being crippled from the inside out first. But it's all prophetic. It's all prophetic, and when shit really hits the fan, it's gonna hit these people that's comfortable in this society like a ton of bricks. And then shall they know that a prophet or prophets was among them. As Ezekiel spoke, because the Lord always sent prophets and men to speak of prophecies in that kingdom, wherever they was at. Destruction upon that kingdom and the kings that rule, because the scriptures say in Job that the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, so that they rule it, the wicked. These banking families, these elites, Rothschilds, Rockefeller, so-called royal families. But I think they buying bunkers, and all that. Anyway, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Great tribulation is coming. Let's get the other scripture real quick. Isaiah. No, you know what? Let's go through the spirit. Isaiah, what is it? 19 and 1, it says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And we're in modern day Egypt. Egypt, Mizraim, is a form of, captivity, right? Like we was in ancient Egypt. But it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight one against another, his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And that's the time we're in, man. You know what I mean? I mean, taking kids from their schools. So we don't do that voting stuff. We don't, none of that. And we're not out there protesting. We're not, scriptures say a wise man perceive evil, he hide it from himself. Because he knows that, woes is upon that place, you know? And now this could be a little, who knows, on and off, on thing like a test run, and then it gets quiet a little bit, and then the real shebang comes, like, you know what I mean? Because remember what they did during the Black Lives Matter movement? They had bricks set up before it even started, right? Now they just had cement set up. I think it was in a parking lot or something like that. Like these cement tiles or whatever. So, hey, Judah went through it first the hard way, which is so-called Negroes, top tribes. That's what it said, Judah and Israel. The northern tribes, the Latinos, Native American Indians, Native Americans, and which are the biblical Israelites. We all 12 tribes together. And now it's coming upon them, as well. So that's going to rouse up Jake, meaning our people. And hey, man, that's why the scriptures tell us to watch and pray. So like that, you want the Lord to save you from what's coming. Not no bug out bags, not no fucking, any mixed martial arts, and, none of that's going to save you from what's coming. As a matter of fact, I want to get one more precept. Let's get one more. This is the book of Second Ezra chapter 13 verse 31. It says, let's start at 30. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. And this is Esau about to come in like a flood too, man, with their troops, But the Lord is gonna give them a bound to where they cannot pass. He's gonna set a standard against them and have his elect escape. Whoever they may be, man, Lord willing, I'm one of them. 144,000. And you got women and children. But he's gonna come in like a flood, man. And then it's gonna be like say you can't go, like say shit collapses, there's a lockdown for any reason. You gotta ration food and you got troops, a motherfucker like him, a couple of them, standing in front, checking your digital IDs. If not, you can't buy food. That's what's leading to the MOTB, Revelation 13 and 16. They show you that in the movie Colony. I believe it was on Netflix. They took it out. It's a pretty good series. They show you that. They started having a bargain system. Curfew, you couldn't go here. Yeah, While people's constitution is being diminished, they pass a new, signing executive orders, right? You know what? And what that goes into, what is it in Isaiah 10, right? Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievous which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor, right, of my people, right? So Lord, that's a possessive pronoun, because who's going through all this? Jake, man, our people, all right? To take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be there praying, that they may rob the fatherless, you know? Soon people can not in the word, they can't, you know? That's the hour of temptation. So with that, hope this was edifying. Stay to the point till next time. Watch and pray. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near, man. He's near. And yeah. Hey, with that, shalom.